We need to understand how these things are embedded not only in our psyche, but in the way that we relate to various social, political, economic, and geopolitical issues. We haven't had that conversation about anti-Semitism yet. And every time we, the Jewish people, try and initiate that conversation, we're gaslit. You're not really being sexually abused. You're not really being murdered because you're Jewish. You're not really, etc., etc., etc. We need to stop being gaslit, and we need to tell people there is a reality of systemic anti-Semitism that exists in countries across the planet. And in the way that it manifests is first and foremost situating the Jews as the convenient oppressor, as the scapegoat who's truly responsible for all of society's collective sins. If you have a problem with colonialism, the Jews are responsible for colonialism. If you have a problem with crony capitalism, the Jews are responsible for crony capitalism. You got a problem with the music industry, the Jews are responsible for the problems in the music, etc., etc., etc. Right now, we're all throughout the planet, we're coming to a place in which we're understanding that human rights matter. And the people that are in the places of decision making on the international level have made a very clear statement that the international Jew, to use Henry Ford's anti-Semitic language, is the person who is disproportionately responsible for the violation of human rights on the international level. Just look at the UN. How does it make sense? The first decade of the founding of the Human Rights Council of the United Nations, close to 50% of the resolutions are targeting Israel. Does anybody really think that the Jewish state, the state of Israel, is responsible for 50% of the world's human rights violations? Nobody except a vehement Jew hater would agree with that notion. Yet, the masses are being bamboozled into thinking that that must be the case.